In today's video, I'll be showing you the 3 ways I use fenugreek to grow out my hair long and thick. If this sounds like something you'll be interested in, do consider watching the video to the end. And surely I am with you always to the very end of age. Matthew 28 verse 20. The first way I use fenugreek seed for hair growth is by making fenugreek water. This water can be used as a pre-poo or as a leave-in conditioner. Measure out 2 to 3 tablespoons of fenugreek seed. Pour in some hot water and allow it to sit overnight. Strain it and apply it to your hair as desired. But please note that if you're going to use this fenugreek water as a leave-in conditioner, do consider adding some fragrance because you'll be smelling like a stew made for jollof rice. Fenugreek water can help stimulate blood flow to the scalp, hence increasing hair growth. Fenugreek water reduces dandruff, strengthens the hair follicle, and also soothes the scalp. Fenugreek water can help balance the scalp pH, reduce scalp irritation and inflammation. After infusing your fenugreek water for 12 hours, strain it and use it as desired. For this video, I'll be using it as a pre-poo before I wash my hair. Most times, if you want to use it as a leave-in, please afterward condition, and also if you don't like the smell of the fenugreek, use lavender oil or use some form of fragrance so you will not go around smelling like curry. The second way I use fenugreek for hair growth is by making a mask. This mask can be used as a deep conditioning treatment to condition and moisturize your hair. This mask contains protein that will strengthen your hair follicle and prevent breakage. This mask can make your hair soft and manageable. This mask will grow your hair thick and long. Soak your fenugreek seed for 24 hours, but for this video I soaked mine for 2 days. Afterwards, my fenugreek seed was soft. Then I went ahead to blend it. I blended it to the point that it became a mask. You will get the consistency you will see in this video, or even thicker if you blended it more. So I blended it until I got that consistency. Then I sieved it using my cheesecloth. Afterwards, you can go ahead and apply it to your hair. Then wait for 30 minutes before you wash it out. After washing it, you will notice your hair becomes softer and manageable. Consistent use of this mask will grow your hair so fast and your hair will become so manageable, conditioned and moisturized almost every time. Fenugreek mask is a wonderful natural remedy that promotes hair growth, strengthens your hair follicle, improves scalp health, and also balances your scalp pH. It also reduces dandruff and soothes your scalp. After blending it for a few minutes, this is the consistency I have got. But if you want your mask to be thicker, you consider blending it for a longer time. The more you blend, the thicker it gets. Fenugreek often doubles in size, so I made use of only 2 tablespoons of fenugreek, but the quantity solely depends on you, depending on what you want to use it for, the thickness and the length of your hair. After I have gotten the consistency I wanted, I went ahead to sieve it using a cheesecloth. It is important you do this efficiently. Take your time and sieve it, because if you don't, the particle is just going to stay in your hair, and once it dry, it will be almost impossible to get this thing out of your hair. So make sure you're straining your mask very well to avoid residues in your hair. For those of you who wouldn't want to soak theirs overnight or 24 hours, you can boil it to make it faster. If you boil it, the seed is going to soften. Then you can go ahead and blend it. If not, just soak it and allow it to soften by itself. After processing this, I won't be using it immediately. I'm going to store it into my refrigerator because I want to incorporate it with rice masks too. So I'll be making a video on that later. Just in case you want to know, I do not advise anyone to apply this mask and go to bed with it because this fenugreek contains protein and you don't want to experience protein overload. So 30 minutes or an hour is enough for the mask to do whatever it's supposed to do in your hair. So after 30 minutes or 1 hour, please wash it off and condition your hair. So this is the residue from the mask. This is what would have gotten into your hair if you skip this part. It is very important not to skip this part. If you notice, we still have lots of gels in the remnants. If you blend it more, you're still going to get even thicker consistency. So when you're doing yours, make sure you take out your time and blend it so you can get a thicker mask. I have done a video like this on my channel before and you guys can see the result of what I got after using the mask. I loved it so much. After the whole process, I'm going to pour it back into this jar and store it into my refrigerator because I am not ready to use it. When I'm ready to use it, I'm going to make a video showing you guys how I use it. I have already explained it. All you need to do is just apply it to your hair, wait for 30 minutes before you wash it. The third way I use fenugreek seed for my hair growth is making fenugreek infused oil. I measured out 3 tablespoons of fenugreek seed. Then I went ahead and blended it. If you do not have blender, please, when you want to get your fenugreek, buy the powder instead of the seed. And blending fenugreek seed is not an easy job because it's quite difficult to blend. So just option out for the powder instead of the seed. After blending it, I transfer it into my jar. We are going to be using olive oil for this process. Mind you can use any oil available to you, almond oil, coconut oil, any oil at all. For this video, I'll be making use of olive oil. So I measure out 1 cup of olive oil and I poured it into my jar containing the powder. We are going to be doing a double boiler method. This oil can be used as a scalp massage oil to promote hair growth. It can also be used as a pre-poo treatment before the actual wash day. This oil can also be used as a leave-in treatment, but I will always advise you to use it for pre-poo treatment. The reason is that if you're not planning to add lavender oil or any form of fragrance into this and you use it for your hair, be rest assured you are going to be smelling like stew all day long. But if you use it as a pre-poo, then you wash it out. Fenugreek oil is a powerful natural hair growth remedy that will help you increase your hair growth, strengthen your hair from the follicle, reduce dandruff, and fight scalp inflammation. Place your jar into the pot containing water and allow it to sit for 10 to 15 minutes while stirring it consistently. I'm doing this because I want to infuse the fenugreek into the oil. Of course, you can decide not to do a double boiler method. You can keep your oil for a longer period of time, let's say 1 week, 2 weeks, to properly infuse. So this is what our oil looks like after doing a double boiler method for 10 to 15 minutes. Now I am not going to use the oil immediately. I am going to further leave it till the following day. I'll be using this oil as a pre-poo before my wash day. If you want to use it as a leave-in, consider using a fragrance. I've said it before. This is what the oil looked like the following day. It is now time for me to strain it. You can decide to still leave it to further infuse. Because we use dry ingredients, this oil is not going to spoil. So you can leave this oil for 2 months and nothing will happen to it. I'm going to store this oil into this applicator bottle till I'm ready to use it. We have come to the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Do have a lovely day. Before you go, do not forget to subscribe, like, and leave a comment. See you when I upload another video. Do have a lovely day. Bye bye. Also feel free to make a video request.